you know the extension number you require, press 1. If you need to speak to one of our custody centres, press 2. If you are reporting a crime, press 3. If you are reporting an incident that is a police-related matter, we are connecting you to the switchboard. Your call will be recorded for monitoring and training purposes.
You are through to the Sussex Police Non-Emergency Contact Centre. Your call has been placed in a queue. You should report antisocial driving online by visiting www.operationcrackdown.org. That's www.operationcrackdown.org.
Hello there, I would like to report a crime, please.
Okay, what's the nature of the incident you're reporting?
Well, police did actually turn up earlier. Not because it was my call out, though. I warned the landlady, politely of course, in a text message last night, that if she attempted to... because I put a legal notice on my door from Shelter. I downloaded it and I had legal advice that if anyone attempted to change the locks today, which they have, that would be a criminal offence. It's a message. It's this legal notice is under the
Okay, what's the reason you're calling police?
Well, it's just to make sure that I've got this properly logged, because I don't know how to log it.
Okay. What I'll do, I'll put it does sound a lot of this. What if this happened about you putting a notice on your door?
Well, basically, I've had a horrific day today.
Sorry, what day?
Well, I've had a terrible day today.
Sorry, it's not a very clear line.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry. It's not a very good connection. Can you hear me?
So what's the reason you're calling us?
Yeah. So it's just to report this crime, just to make sure it's logged, so that it's on record.
What's the crime?
A person who has, acting on behalf of the landlady, tried to gain illegal entry by trying to change the locks. I was here, so they didn't actually physically change the locks, but they turned up, knocked on my door.
Why would the landlord wish to change the locks?
Because she is trying to serve me with an illegal eviction, and I have a legal notice that I put on my door saying that under the Eviction Act 1977, this is a criminal offence because it needs to be according to the Protection from Eviction Act, the occupiers of the property, i.e. myself, have the right to eviction by court bailiffs only.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll put you through to the contact centre. A lot of what you're saying doesn't sound very much civil, but I'll
yes,
put
it
you
is.
through to the contact centre so I can get your call on now.
Yes, it was an attempt. It was an attempt to...
Your call will be recorded for training and monitoring purposes. We are connecting you to an advisor who will be with you as soon as they are free.
It is a civil matter, yes it is, but it was an attempt to commit a crime. So, I've just had enough. I've had paramedics here a while ago. It's so pathetic. The landlady and this troublemaker.
If you want to skip the wait, you can hold your place in the queue by using our callback service, which will save you time. Please press 1 now to take advantage of this.
The landlady and they're in cahoots, this troublemaker.
You should report report antisocial driving online by visiting
And
www.operationcrackdown.org.
I have been feeling,
operationcrackdown.org.
I have been feeling borderline suicidal because I'm not sleeping. I'm suffering with insomnia and trauma and bereavement and you name it. They want a diagnosis, they want, are you taking medication and all that nonsense. I just want compassion. I want my common law rights respected.
Thank you for continuing to hold. Your patience
Not much
is
to ask for,
appreciated.
is it?
One of our advisors will be with
To
you
have
until the day is
compassion
free. Alternatively, you can find more information on
and to have your
via our
human
website
rights
at
respected.
www.sussex.police.uk.
Not much to ask for, is
Don't
it?
forget, there are all kinds of things you can report online, and using our website
Because
will
it's my
save you
sovereign
most
right
time.
to
These
safety.
include lost and found property,
So,
antisocial behaviour, domestic abuse, hate crime, theft and burglary,
hang on a
and
minute.
criminal damage.
So basically what they've done is the perpetrators have caused me alarm and distress. Then they've gone and rung the paramedics to cover their own backs, even though they've attempted to commit a crime, which is to change the locks, because this has to go to court. And I only at the most owe 3 weeks rent.
Your call is progressing in the queue.
2 weeks, I think.
An advisor is free.
I've
Thank
only
you for your
been
patience.
I've only been in the
Please listen to
property.
our website at www.sussex.police.uk.
I've only been in this property for 5
Find a wealth of
weeks.
information on policing at www.arthur.police.
And basically, so hang on a minute. Hello? So yes, I'd only been in the property for 5 weeks. I spent 5 nights on a hotel. Well, you can hear the milestone
We
group
apologise for the delay in answering your call. You are progressing in the queue.
laughing down the
Your
phone
answer
at
is
me
possible.
earlier,
If your call is not urgent, you can
hanging
return
up
to
on
your
me
crime online
and
at
threatening to call the police
www.sussex.police.uk.
because I rang them as a client to say a crime has been committed against me. Stop ringing us, we'll call the police. And that's Remy, the managing director. They're behaving worse than children in a playground. So honestly, the thing, I've just spoken to the tenant downstairs who there's a tenant downstairs and he referred to her as Cocoa Pop. I can't tell her that to her face because she's black. He said he hates her, and all the time he was stirring up trouble, and he's a 79-year-old man, for crying out loud. The landlady's 85. The maintenance man boy wants to quit because he's got him wrapped around his little finger. I'm disgusted. And the tenant downstairs that I'm referring to said he's a creep. And I thought I'd moved into a nice, quiet house. I'm only here because I had my emergency accommodation taken from me illegally. So I've just been telling her about it. How the paramedics were here and the landlady's trying to she's perpetuated all of this, orchestrated all of this. And just to save face, she's then gone and called paramedics. And crumbs. One of them was, well, you can see the distress in their eyes because they're obviously used to hearing it. I mean, if there's a housing shortage and the government has spending £15 million a day to put up illegal boat people, who've been trafficked here from different countries, some of them are criminals and they're stabbing babies and raping women, then there's an invasion going on in this country because the indigenous people, i.e. me, get put up in little, pardon my French, shitholes with bed bugs crawling on me, and the council make me street homeless for complaining about it. I'm in the middle of texting. You couldn't make this stuff up. My emergency accommodation in New Haven. I hope I bump into my childhood best friend because that's her old house before I knew her. I grew up in New Haven. And one of the proprietors knows me from primary school. And he said the council have told us that if you don't leave, to call the police. So they're under the thumb. You know, I'm gonna turn this evil around, hold up a mirror and say, you know, wipe your bottoms in the first place. Him next door, wipe your not literally, but you know what I'm saying. Because I did care work. My days of care work are over. Over 2 decades ago, I was a carer. I was being bullied by a matron, that so much so that it made me physically sick. Funnily enough, there's a mental health nurse down at Eastbourne Psychiatric Unit who used to clean for that evil matron in Seaford. And, oh yes, I heard she could be a bitch. Oh yeah, she made me physically ill. She bullied me that badly. Irish dragon. She had a sister. You call her the. Hi there. I just need to report an attempted crime today. I've had legal advice from Shelter, and I downloaded their official legal notice to put on my door, which I did.
What was this about?
Well, it's under the Eviction Act 1977 that to the landlord or any.
It's all to do with civil law, yeah?
Well, it is civil. It was civil, but a crime has been attempted, so it needs to be logged because this constitutes the potential penalties include unlimited fine, a custodial prison sentence of up to 2 years, and civil action with unlimited damages. So this, I very politely.
What's your name, please?
My name is Bryony McCarthy.
Oh, it's a really bad line. I could barely hear you. Sorry, what was...
Sorry. I'm sorry, it's a bad line. The phone line is terrible. My name,
Bryony?
Yes, Bryony McCarthy.
Bryony, how do you say?
It's BRIONY.
And what's your surname? How do you say your surname?
McCarthy. It's M small c capital C ARTHY.
What's your post?
The postcode. Oh gosh.
Okay, and what's your contact telephone number, please? So what exactly has happened?
Well, basically, as I said, I sent a polite civil text to the landlady, who, well, anyway, she's turned out to be a calculating, vindictive, actually potentially dangerous, nasty piece of work. And I said to her that I had put this official legal notice on my door. I'd had advice from legal, well, when I say legal advice, advice from Shelter, and I downloaded this notice, My partner was going to go down to the police desk, but he like me, he's wiped out. He's struggling with his sleep. But he was going to go down to the council to ask for a special officer, TRO, something or other. I'll have to have a look at the transcript from Shelter. But he was also going to report this nonsense to the police desk. But we talked about it last night, and then today, a man acting as a locksmith.
We've gone from A to Z. I need some context about what you've sought legal advice about, because at the moment I don't know what it is that you place the notice on the door for. So what have you gone for legal advice about?
Well, basically, she served me a Section 8 on the grounds that and it wasn't a proper. It wasn't fully. She missed out details because I had a look at how you serve a Section 8 in writing, and it wasn't completely, But
so you've been served a Section 8. Is that to quit the property? Yeah, is that what that is?
Yes, but it needs to go to. Well, as the notice says, it needs, and it's in highlighted. The occupiers of this property, i.e. myself, have the right to eviction by court bailiffs only, and it's highlighted. Any further direct action by you to remove the occupiers by force or otherwise constitutes a criminal offence, and it's highlighted in bold. Because this woman has not given me a chance. I'd only been here a few weeks. I only owe, I would say, at the most 3 weeks' rent. It should, I'd say 2 weeks.
How long have you been
but
there for?
Since January, mid-January, and
Since mid-January, and you already owe 3 weeks' rent.
Well, what happened is, it's a long story, but the only reason why I'm here is because the council took my emergency accommodation. I've reported a legal aid law firm to the Ombudsman about this, because that's why I'm here in the first place, and they're saying that I'm housed. Now I've had issues in this property, which again, they're so petty and pathetic you wouldn't believe it.
Is there a reason you've not? I'm just wondering, is there a reason why you haven't paid for the rent?
Yes, I am overdue of I am about to, as I said, no more than 3 weeks. I'd say 2 weeks at the most, possibly 3.
How much is that worth?
I need to work it out. I'm in a room, which is £600 per calendar month. But the lady who was meant to help me set up housing benefit from BHT, she opened a case and she's closed it, sort of leaving me up in the air with that. Now, I have had issues here. I've been harassed and bullied. I've had broken appliances blamed on me, which it seems to be something that they like to do, and yet there's another appliance that's broken, not that they care. They're not listening. The landlady's not listening to my partner, who's it's very unpleasant issues, such as cleaning up this troublemaker's urine and excrement all the time, it's hygiene issues that aren't being taken, civil. I know this is all a civil matter. The maintenance man has not taken my complaints. He said he wants to quit. This troublemaker, I thought it was all just banter, but in the background, he was causing trouble. He was just being a troublemaker, basically, saying, I left the back door open, I left the front door open, and a very peculiar behaviour. This is someone who's obviously very insecure, and it's all to deflect from the fact that they are a dirty individual, a dirty,
Right, so let's go back to, so you've been given a Section 8 to leave the property because you're 3 weeks behind in the rent. So the note, did you say you were given that, what, by a letter?
She did send me an email threatening this Section 8.
Right, so then what? So let's move on to the next bit. So then you've put a letter on your door.
A legal notice I downloaded from Shelter, because I explained everything. I said that this woman from Brighton Housing Trust was meant to help me set up housing benefit. This lady from the council, Monique, told me that Zoe King is supposed to have helped me with this. I said, yes, you're right. But she is.
So what did the notice on the door say?
She's closed my case. Well, the notice says, the landlord or any other persons acting on their behalf, you are hereby requested to, in bold, stop any action leading to the eviction of the occupiers of this property. According to the Protection from Eviction Act 1977, the occupiers of this property have the right to eviction by court bailiffs only. Any further direct action by you to remove the occupiers by force or otherwise constitutes a criminal offence. The potential penalties include an unlimited fine, a custodial prison sentence of up to 2 years, and civil action with unlimited damages. And this man, who claimed to be an ex-police officer, I actually...
So basically, it pertains to not forcing you out of the property in any way, shape or form.
Well, the attempt, in a sense, yes, but the attempt was there because I warned her about this, and I said that I put this legal notice on my door, but she still sent someone round to attempt to change the locks. This man wanted to come in my room. I felt uncomfortable.
The male turned up. At what time?
Let me say, I think it was around midday-ish.
Around midday. Yeah, and what did he say?
Well, he said, I've come to change the locks, and I actually texted my partner to say that he was quite polite and civil. When I went downstairs, I said, can I ask why you're still here? Because you should not be here. You're committing a crime just by being here. He then spoke to the troublemaker who I've complained about next door to me, who then caused me further alarm and harassment by calling the police. Because I said, you should not be here. He even took a photograph of my notice. Now, I contacted and I recorded the people at the Milestone Group who got me into this property, who were laughing down the phone at me because they kept terminating my call. I was in a heightened state of distress. Shelter advised me to send an email to them in legal format, warning them that them and the landlady of I haven't done this yet, but warning them that they will be committing a crime if they do this. Now I'm not well. I'm ill anyway. That's why this landlady had the nerve, along with the Mr. Troublemaker, to call paramedics, even though they've orchestrated this distress. I've been the victim of some horrific corruption and tyranny. I've been beaten by the police. I've taken photographs of the bruises and the assault by one of these I'm not safe. Now, this man who...
So did this man, he's left now?
Yes,
yeah?
and he claimed... Yeah.
You're still in the property then? So you're still inside the property, you've still got your room, yeah? So you haven't been evicted, so you're still there. Is that right?
I'm still here, but an attempt to commit a crime by changing the locks, that is a crime. That is an attempt. That is an attempt to...
He took a photo of the notice.
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
Notice on the door.
Yes.
And then did not attempt to change the locks.
No, but I have to say, when he said, "Can I come into your room?" I felt scared because this is someone who claims to have been an ex-police officer. When he said he had been an ex-police officer, that's when his whole demeanour changed. He started antagonising me in front of this troublemaker who's been harassing me. I've had enough of it. I've had enough.
It's getting on now. It's quite late. You're still in the property, so you haven't been evicted. What I'll do is I'll pass this log down to the local policing team, and I think it's best that someone comes round and just sort of assesses the situation really, as to obviously whether it's civil or otherwise. Okay, I think that's probably the best idea, because then it's easier to see and speak to someone face to face. So you're in the property, you've got a bed for the night, you're still in that location. I'll give you a reference number and I'll pass this information down to the local policing team just for someone to come out. Okay?
Okay, right, thank you.
Have you got a pen?
I'll just look for a pen. I've lost my pen. I've got a pen now. Yes. I'll just write this down. Okay.
Let me know. Are you ready to take the number down?
I've got it now. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. So the reference number then is 1206.
Yes. Thank you.
And then today's date, the 4th of the 3rd.
4th of the 3rd. Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean.
Okay. It's not going to be tonight. It won't be tonight, just to let you know. But obviously you're in the place of safety, you're in your home, you've got the room. I'll pass this down and it will be picked up likely tomorrow, and then someone will make contact with you, okay?
Because obviously I'm the paramedics. I didn't want, the reason why I wasn't willing to, one of the reasons why I wasn't willing to go with them was because of their indifference, because of this troublemaker, and because of everything that's gone before. Or, as I said...
I mean, I can't really get involved in that discussion.
No, I know.
I need to save that for an officer when they're there, and then they can take it on board, because, it's not something that we would get involved with, or who was a troublemaker or not, and that sort of thing. What I think they need to be concerned with is whether or not any law was broken when the mail turned up, but that will be something for the PCSO to determine when they come round.
Yeah, well, as I said, he didn't physically try to do anything, but the fact that he attempted...
I mean, I've got the gist of everything, but it's such a terrible line, I can honestly hardly hear you.
Oh,
so I think
I'm sorry.
To speak to somebody tomorrow, face to face, it's the best way forward, because I can really barely hear what you're saying.
Sure, I'm sorry. It's such a terror. It's
no,
not
it's
good.
Okay. Sometimes these things happen, don't they? It's just the way it is. But, I just think it's not gonna help the matter, and I'm not gonna be able to progress anything further.
No, I know. But it is. Listen,
It's best for you to wait on contact tomorrow.
I don't.
And speak to someone about it face to face and go from there.
Because I don't feel safe now, and the fact that an attempt to commit a crime, okay, they haven't actually done anything, but the attempt has been there. I don't feel safe with the police because of what has happened previously, and obviously I can't trust all these. I mean that it's demented. The milestone.
I mean, I take it that your room, you've got a key to your room. You can go into your room and you can lock yourself in and you can watch telly and bed down.
Well, I don't have a TV.
I mean, is that the case in that room?
Well, yeah. No, I'm just saying. I can't be sure now of what will, if it will happen again, if there will be another attempt.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Bryony, but it's not something that we're going to attend this evening.
No, I know. I'm just reporting this.
We're not going to attend this evening. You are going to need to have to wait for contact tomorrow.
That's fine. No, that's fine. No, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. That's fine. I'm just saying that obviously I don't want this hanging sort of over my head. Like if it could happen again, I'm trying to sort everything out as best as I can.
All right then. I've got to go now because
again
I can hardly hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But you understand that you're waiting now for contact from the local officer, okay?
I understand. I understand, but yeah, no, I'm just saying that. Can I just say one more? Hello. Sorry.
I really can't hear you very well, Bryony.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have to go, okay?
Look, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just saying that the Milestone group, who are laughing down the phone at me, actually said to me that they were calling the police to. This is how pathetic it is. Because I was ringing them up to report this crime to them, and they were treating that as harassment. That's how pathetic it is. Now, I don't.
There's nothing to the police. You're going to need to take that up with their supervisors or their managers.
But this was the managing director. No, this was. No, can I listen? No. I haven't finished what I'm saying. I haven't finished what I'm saying. I need to take it up with the supervisors. It was the managing director, Remy, of the Milestone Group that was laughing down the phone at me.
Dial 111 and press option.
I'm just ringing the 101 call handler terminated my call. She didn't let me finish what I was saying. She said, you need to take it up with the supervisors. I said, it's the managing director, who was the one laughing down the phone, saying that she was calling the police, saying I was harassing her, when in actual fact I was reporting a crime, an attempted crime, as a client. So the call handler, you see, they don't take it seriously, and they know about my YouTube channel. What does that tell you?
One of our custody centres, press 2. If you are reporting a crime, press 3. If you are reporting an incident that is a police-related matter, press 4. Alternatively, please hold to be connected to the switchboard. If you know the extension number you require, press 1. If you need to speak to one of our custody centres, press 2. If you are reporting a crime, press 3. If you are reporting an incident that is a police-related matter, press 4. Alternatively, please hold to be connected to the switchboard. We are connecting you to the switchboard. Your call will be recorded for monitoring and training purposes.
Hello, you're through to Sussex Switchboard.
Hi there. Can you hear me okay? Sorry.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I have a reference number.
Okay, what is it you're calling about now, just so I know where to direct your call?
Well, I'm adding to the report, actually.
Right, I'll put you through to the contact centre then, and one of my colleagues will take that from you.
Okay, thank you. Hello, I'd like to add to my report, please. I've got a reference number. The call handler I spoke to, she terminated the call. She wouldn't let me finish what I was saying. And I was trying to correct her, but she hung up on me. So I need to just make it clear as part of this.
Okay, sorry about that. Have you got the reference number?
Yes, it's reference 1206. I should have asked for her name. Do you mind if I ask your name, if you don't mind?
Yeah, my name is Dayan.
Dein. Okay, sorry. I just it might not be relevant, but Dein. Okay, thank you. Well, basically, the call handler said to me, "You really need to take up the issue with the supervisors." And I said, "This is where people don't listen." I said that the Milestone group who got me into this property were laughing. I recorded them laughing down the phone, hanging up on me, and saying that they were going to call the police. This is how pathetic it is, because I was ringing them up to let them know that a crime had been committed against me. So, she hung up on me and didn't give me a chance to say to her that it's the managing director who hung up on me, who was laughing. It's of this family-run group, the Milestone group, and they were laughing down the phone at me, hanging up, saying I'm the problem. It's worse than being in a playground. And I said a crime has been committed against me, and you want to ring the police. So your colleague who just hung up on me would not let me finish saying to her that it is the managing director, it's the superior of that company, that family-run company, who are laughing down the phone and hanging up on me. I have had a crime committed against me today. Alarm, harassment, distress, and an attempt.
Okay, but what's the crime that's been committed?
Sorry, I did go through all of that. I know I don't need to repeat any of that. I've just, she's logged all of that. But I'm just saying. But before she hung up on me, I just wanted to correct her that I have spoken to the superior, as I said, the managing director. So this needs to be logged, because they were actually laughing at me and hanging up on me and threatening to phone the police. So that makes them complicit in this crime, because the legal advice that I received was to actually send an email to the landlady and to the letting agent to let them know that if they do this, they'll be committing a criminal offence, and they have. And your colleague just hung up on me, and she wouldn't let me finish what I was. Yeah. So I just.
Okay, but what is the crime that's happened? So I'm trying to read through the report. I'm trying to establish what the crime is.
Well, as I said to your colleague, I explained in about half an hour. I explained to her that I read out the legal notice that I put on my door, and it's a criminal offence that constitutes, the penalties include unlimited fine, custodial prison sentence of up to 2 years, and civil action with unlimited damages. Under the Eviction Act 1977, if the landlord or any other persons acting on their behalf attempt to change the locks. So that's what has happened today. That's what I'm reporting. And she said to me,
have they come and changed the lock?
They haven't actually done it. They've attempted to. But your colleague who terminated the call said I need to take it up with the supervisor, but she wasn't listening. It was the managing director who was laughing with her colleagues who were hanging up on me in distress and behaving like children in a playground, because this Remy, who's the managing director, threatened to call the police merely because I let her know what has just happened. So this.
Okay, but it's not an offence to laugh on the phone and to end the call. That would be anything for police.
I didn't say that. No.
If you put a notice on the door and they've come to attempt to change the lock.
I didn't say that it's an offence to laugh down the phone at a crime that's been committed against me as a client. I am saying that your colleague hung up on me after she said to me, you need to take it up with the supervisor. And she wouldn't let me finish by saying, that's the managing director. So you need to this needs to be logged. This needs to be logged. I'm recording all of this. I'm fed up with it.
I will put on the report that obviously it's the managing director that's the supervisor that is causing the issues.
Yeah. So you might not take it seriously that they're laughing down the phone at a crime that's been committed against me today, but I am taking it very, very seriously. You're the police. The managing director is as high up as you can get, obviously. So I've done exactly what your colleague told me to do, but she wouldn't let me finish speaking and she hung up on me. So this needs to be logged, okay?
Okay, well, like I said, I apologise for that, and I will make a log of this and put it on the report.
Yes, thank you. I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Okay.
No problem at all. So I'll put that all on for you, okay?
All right. Thank you very much. Okay.
No worries. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. This is why people don't bother with 101. So there we go. It's logged. There's a reference. Now just to let the ombudsman know and see where this goes, because this is going to be interesting, isn't it? £15 million a day to put up illegal boat people. And the council illegally took my emergency accommodation with a threat of police, no reason, unlawfully, no safeguarding, under safeguarding laws of a vulnerable person on severe disability. I've had every human right infringed, every right under the Equality Act. I'm worried about my possessions from that flat. My gold ring, I was telling Dion about it. Anyway, there we go. Yeah. These narcissists who've got nothing better to do with their time. They haven't got a life. They want to... He was even laughing, saying, when I was sat downstairs with the maintenance man and him next door, and he said, I like winding people up. And I thought it was just banter, and it wasn't. There was something sinister and downright infantile. 5 nights I self-funded a hotel because for 5 nights there was no bathroom to use. And as my partner said, they should actually have paid for me to stay in a hotel, but they didn't. So this landlady wants her rent. I want to know why she's not getting her rent, because they have closed my case before they've opened it. I have to rely on housing benefit for my rent. And I spent thousands of pounds of back pip on the hotel, self-funding for my safety. Counsellors did nothing. I was telling Dion, it's funny her name is Dion, it suddenly occurred to me that the tenant downstairs has the same name of the evil mother who was mugging the elderly with her daughter who attacked me, who was on a vile creature, absolute degeneracy like you've never seen, on drugs, attacking me. Oh, and by the way, if you see any troll videos, there are about 3 people from the police abusing powers community. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't put it past them if they were that type of person, because this has been a real eye-opener, I can tell you. There we go, that's that. Nothing more to say. They pick on the wrong vulnerable person, don't they?